The Lord be with you. A reading from the Holy Gospel according to Matthew. When Jesus saw a crowd around him, he gave orders to cross to the other shore. A scribe approached him and said, "Teacher, I will follow you wherever you go." Jesus answered him, "Foxes have dens and birds of the sky have nests, but the Son of Man has nowhere to rest his head." Another of his disciples said to him, "Lord, let me go first bury my father." But Jesus answered him, "Follow me, and let the dead bury their dead." The Gospel of the Lord.
Praise to you, Lord Jesus Christ.
Today I'm reminded of my old buddy, Father Pascal Chalene, a priest and monk at my college seminary, Mount Angel Seminary. God rest his soul. He was a good friend of mine. But he used to often quote from St. Irenaeus, who would say, "The glory of God is man fully alive." Glory of God is man fully alive, says Father Pascal, who said that from St. Irenaeus, who we celebrate today. It's just a real beautiful line, quote. And it reminds me of probably my favorite dismissal of Mass that says, "Go in peace, glorifying the Lord with your life." So I think of that, that's like that St. Irenaeus to the T. In fact, Irenaeus means peace, okay? Go in peace, glorifying the Lord with your life, meaning witness to the glory of God with the manner of your life. St. Irenaeus was a martyr, a witness. He witnessed to Christ with his blood, right? So it's really beautiful, and it makes me think of, then again, what the Second Vatican Council called Holiness of Life. It's in the document Lumen Gentium under the heading, The Universal Call to Holiness. It speaks often of holiness of life. And so, what is holiness of life? I think it's easier to say what holiness of life is not. Holiness of life is not a destination, but a highway. It's a road we travel on. It's a decision we make daily. It's a mode of living, right? It's a way of life. Holiness is a way of life. Holiness of life. So I'm reminded often of kind of what I tag holiness. I mean, you got to put some sort of flesh on it. What is holiness? I would just say holiness is being fully the men or women we are called to be. Being fully the man or woman we are called to be, right? That's holiness. That's a mode of living. And it takes grace to get there and a cooperation on our part with God's grace, right? Actually, I was visiting with a Dominican monk here. Well, he's not a monk, Dominican priest, recently, and I just pulled him aside and said, "Father, what's holiness?" I asked him. He said, he just shot from the hip. Holiness is living a virtuous life. Living virtue. Virtue is on our part. It's discipline in cooperation with God's grace. We got to do the effort. That's holiness, right? That's part of that holiness of life, that highway to heaven, that mode of living fully alive for God's glory, right? St. Irenaeus nailed it. All the saints nail it. You and I can nail it too. It's a cooperation with God's grace. It's going in peace, glorifying God with our lives.